guys just bought a brand new Toyota Tundra and discovered your $70,000 truck doesn't come standard with a cell phone charging station. But if you guys opt into Toyota installing one for you, it's going to be very expensive and it only comes with one charging station. Luckily for you, a company named Beatsonic has an OEM charging station that has the capabilities of charging 2 cell phones at once. Let's get to work, guys. Introducing the new dual cell phone charging station by Beatsonic. It is for a 2022 and up Tundra and a 2023 and up Sequoia. Check this baby out here. Foam pads. Here is the dual charging station with 2 power buttons right there. Let's take a look at the back. Okay, 2 charging units right here. Let's flip it back over. This should not be a difficult installation. It should be plug and play. And the only other thing that comes in this package is the cable. This should be the Y splitter where it's going to grab power from. Here's 2 connectors that go straight to the charging pad, and this one right here is the Y splitter that will most likely go to a cigarette lighter plug or something. Let's go ahead and get started, guys. So this is the piece of plastic that we are going to be replacing from Toyota. It has absolutely no function whatsoever. We are going to be replacing this with the Beatsonic dual charging station pad. The first thing you're going to want to do is take both hands on the shift boot and pull it down. It will disconnect. Here's our shift knob. This is the back, this is the front towards the engine. Now if we flip it over, I want to show you that clip that is blind from the top. You're going to have to go underneath your shift knob and see this metal clip right here. You're going to push it to the left. When you push it to the left, you release this spring on the inside that holds on to your shift knob bar. On the driver's side and on the passenger side, you're going to have 2 plastic pieces right here. All you have to do is just grab a plastic trim removal tool, dig into the crease, and pop these clips open, and it should come right out. Now if you follow me down to the center console right here, you're going to have 2 plastic trim pieces, driver's side and passenger side. The easiest way to get to this is to dig your hands right here and just pop it up. Once you pop it up, the whole thing just comes right out. Just pop it up right at the corner, comes right out. Right here you have a plastic bezel. You're going to grab your plastic trim tool and you're going to put it along the creases right here while using your other hand to pull it out. You're going to dig into that crease and just pop it towards you. You're going to do the same for this side. Just pop it towards you. The whole thing should come out. From here you have this top piece that comes out pretty easily. All you have to do is just take both hands and pull it towards you and it should disconnect. Be careful of the shift knob piece right here so you don't scratch your plastic trim. And in the back of it, you're going to have a white connector. You're going to go ahead and unplug this white connector. And on the other side over here, you're also going to have a small connector that you're going to have to disengage. On the right side of your shift boot, you're going to have a little rectangular cover. You're going to get a flathead and you're going to pry this cover up. Don't lose it. You're going to grab your flathead and you're going to push down on a tab that's on the inside here. Once you push down on that tab, you're able to move your shift knob out of the way without having to start your vehicle. That step is critical because it allows you to move your whole entire center console away from the front unit without having to scratch a bunch of parts and trying to be careful. And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about here. If I pull this up, I can move this away from the front. Instead of trying to move it towards the front, trying to navigate it through and moving it sideways and all that and scratching up your whole entire interior. Just go ahead and move this out of the way sideways and leave it right here because we are not going to need to disconnect this. From here, we're going to go ahead and take this plastic and dislodge it. In the back right here, you have a black plug that doesn't do anything. And you're going to have a harness connector right here that you're going to have to pull out. At the top coin tray right here, you're going to have a cigarette lighter plug and where we're going to grab our power from. In order to do that, we're going to go ahead and take our plastic trim tool and pop this tray up. There's a wire that goes to our cigarette lighter plug here. We're going to disconnect it. Once we disconnect it, we're going to take our Y splitter harness and we're going to connect it into here. We're going to take the other side right here of our tray where our cigarette lighter plug is, and we're going to connect the male to this connector. And we're going to leave it right here because this other end right here with the two black plugs is going to go down into our center console behind the radio. Now from the top, we're going to try to route this behind the radio all the way down here. You're going to take your hands down here and you're going to look for an opening and search for that wire as you route it down. And from the top, you're going to find a huge opening on the passenger side corner that you're going to route this down to. Once you find your wires, you're going to go ahead and pull it all the way through, getting rid of all the slack. You're going to go ahead and plug this coin tray back into its slot. Before we install our brand new charge pad, we're going to have to transfer some clips over. There's going to be 4 from your OEM Toyota ones that we're going to have to remove. I got myself a little flathead screwdriver. You're going to remove it from the left. Use your fingernails to hold it open, and you're going to slide this flathead on the right, and it's just going to slip right off. You're going to do the same for all 4. We're going to take our new charge pad and we're going to install these OEM clips. They should snap into place. Voila!
Now we're going to take our BeatSonic charge pad and turn it around. You're going to see 2 charge units back here. You're going to take a look at each side of the charge units and see 2 small black female connectors. We're going to take our male connectors from the BeatSonic Y splitter with the lock tabs facing towards us and plug them into each side of the charge pad units. Okay, 1 plug down. Now we're going to go to our second plug. Make sure the lock tab is facing up. Just lock it into place.
And remember that black plug that was just in the back of the OEM pad that did absolutely nothing. We're going to go ahead and plug it right here as a placeholder so it doesn't just dangle everywhere. Now we're going to flip this over. Make sure the power button is on the top. We could take some of this slack and just place it behind here. There you go. Nice. So rule of thumb with every DIY that we do is we have to test the unit before we slap all of our panels back together, okay? We don't want another headache. So let's go ahead and start our engine. Let's go ahead and push power. Once it pushes power, you're gonna see the color red. Let's go ahead and test this. There you go, it works. Let's push power again, and charging just turned off. Let's go ahead and test this side. It turns red. And it is charging. Let's turn it off. So now that it's off, let's go ahead and test this. Let's see if it turns on. Nope, it stays off. And it stays off. So the power buttons do work. Next thing you're gonna do is there is a huge rectangular tab right here that you push down, and you're gonna take your shift knob and push down on this and take it down until you hit reverse or neutral. You're going to take your center trim right here and you're going to put it over the shift boot. Going to turn it around. Remember, we didn't disconnect anything off of this center console right here, so it should be just all plugged in already for you. Perfect. Next, we're going to take our top piece right here and we are going to connect the small connector first on the driver's side. Then we're going to connect the passenger side, only because the passenger side doesn't give you slack. Go ahead and plug this in. When you plug this in, you guys have to be careful because a lot of you guys will just want to just pop it in. But this bottom piece right here has clips that need to lay flat onto this center console in order to slide in. Otherwise, you're going to find out that after you put everything together, you're going to have a big old gap down here because the clips didn't go in. Okay, make sure everything is laid flat. When you slide it forward, there you go. At this point, I can go ahead and put this back in park. We're going to put that rectangular piece back in. I'm going to grab my bezel trim here. I'm going to lay it flat along the plastic right here. This is very important because you're going to have tabs right here that doesn't pop in, they pop forward. So in order for you to pop everything in, it's got to lay flat along this black panel, okay? So make sure you got everything flat, and let's go ahead and push forward. Make sure that these side pieces are pushed forward and flat, there's no gaps. Same thing on the driver's side, we are good. Now we have these back pieces right here that just go in and they pop downward, okay? Make sure it's flat against your center console and pop down. You're gonna do the exact same thing for the driver's side. Pop down. We're gonna go ahead and move to the front passenger side right now. Remember this piece pops towards the driver's side. And you're going to have the driver's side piece pop towards the passenger side. Push it. Our last piece right here, our shift knob, all it does is just push down and it snaps into place. Bring our shift boot, push it up until it locks, and voila. So the final portion of this installation, you're going to go back inside your Beatsonic box and you're going to grab out this other bag here that has a felt strip with some 3M double-sided tape, and you're going to tape it at the bottom piece right here where your cell phone actually sits on. This is to protect your cell phone and also to protect your trim. Just go ahead and remove this. Looks nice. Okay, we want to try it one more time. Let's go ahead and start our vehicle. Let's push power on both of them. Perfect. Let's turn it off. Charging. Beautiful. And there you guys have it, the Beatsonic dual charging system. Great investment if you have more than 2 cell phones that are on low battery during a long road trip. All right, happy Thanksgiving, guys. Peace.